during our time as students. So I express my gratitude with his speech. And I'm going to speak 3 hours if you are ready. Not really. Much has been said already. And in these messages, very profound messages, I heard, especially when Bhante was speaking about peace, unity, practicing, and also vipassana and meditation. From these, I like to maybe get your attention on what is happening in the society by and large. And I will begin with an incident that took place in the world history when the Bamiyan statues were destroyed. People did not like it, especially in the Buddhist world. They were shaken. And there was this one monk living in Malaysia named K Sri Dhammananda, a Sri Lankan Buddhist monk. He was well known as a Buddhist leader. So even Muslim brothers went to him and said, "You are a Buddhist leader. Now these ancient statues are being destroyed. Why don't you protest? Why don't you say something?" At that time, this venerable monk said, "You know, the kind of Buddhism I practice is about patience, is about khanti. When somebody destroys some stones, that is not Buddhism for me. If I protest with anger, I am not representing the Buddha. If I make a huge cry about it, being upset about something being destroyed, I am not representing the teachings of the Buddha." There's a huge message in this. Nowadays, people like to protect Buddhism, much less interested in being protected by it. Is it Buddhism that needs protection, or is it us who need protection?
Us.
Exactly. It's here that we need to see, if I am angry, if I am not patient, if I make it a huge fuss about something, I don't think I'm representing the Buddha at all. And in another incident, with all my respect to Muslim brothers, there was all the news about someone flushing down the Holy Quran in a toilet, and they protested. And then these Buddhists from all over the world went to another Buddhist leader, monk, Ajahn Brahma, and said, "Why don't you say anything about it? What will you do if somebody flushed down the Dhammapada down the toilet?" And he said, "The first thing I will do is to call a plumber to fix the toilet." That is what a Buddhist should do, not be upset about it. But he said an important thing. If somebody tries to misrepresent the teachings of the Buddha in any way, damaging the essence of the teachings of the Buddha, saying the Buddha did not say this, or Buddha did not teach this, or Buddha did not teach peace or loving kindness, then he will say something about it. Other times, as we all Buddhists should practice the very teachings the Buddha taught to the world. Do you think, had the Buddha lived up to this point, and he sees that his statue is being destroyed by someone, will he go and say to that person, don't destroy me? No, he won't. Because that stone statue, the marble, the stone, it does not represent the Buddha. So what does the Buddha actually represent? Loving kindness, compassion, equanimity, joy, prajna, wisdom. That is what he was awakened to on the day he became enlightened. Madhyama patipada tathagate nabisambhuta. He realized the middle path. If you go to protest, that many people like to do, are you on the middle path? No, you cannot be on the middle path because any protest requires anger. And that is destroying the second aspect of the middle path, which is having right thoughts. If you do not have right thoughts, that means you have angry thoughts. Who is not in peace? You. And are you on the middle path?
No.
Are you suffering or not?
Yes.
You are. Why did the Buddha say, when you are having right thoughts, thoughts of letting go, thoughts of not harming anyone, thoughts of non-hatredness. What a beautiful mind that is, right? And that is how you represent the Buddha. The very intelligence that he had, he used it for himself. But nowadays, I see that, and Dr. Priya very beautifully explained this too, that young kids who are practicing with monks don't often hear the teachings in English, the language they often use. Their intelligence is hijacked by several things. There's no chance for that intelligence to be awakened. The youth, they are flooded with not a pandemic but an infodemic. So much information coming from every direction. It's not like Fox News or anything. It's rubbish from other people in social media. Somebody went to the Empire State Building and posted the picture, and you see that. Did you need to know that? Not really. Somebody went to a 5-star hotel and then ate there and posted that. Did you need to know that? No. People like this kind of information. You give likes. Now we live in a like culture. This is so damaging. This is so damaging to the mental and physical health. I know a kid whose back is crooked by using computer gaming as a way of killing his time. And he forgot to look after his body. He forgot to radiate loving kindness to his own body. And now his mom has to pay medical bills to correct his spine. And this intelligence also gets hijacked by hormones, electronics, computer games, emotions. And this is why the Buddha said, purify your being right here. And do not let this intelligence get hijacked by your defilements. Free your mind and then live a life free of dukkha, suffering. But we like to go in the opposite direction because it's easy for us. It's easy for us to blame someone. It's easy for us to go and protest. These are easy things. Nobody is interested in doing the difficult thing. What is the difficult thing is to go inwardly and see how much, have I improved within my own being as a father, as a mother, as a grandfather, as a responsible person in a society, as a monk, whoever you are, how much have I improved? Because that is the only thing that the Buddha was interested in. Nothing more, nothing less. when you are safe here, you give safety to everyone. When you are safe, when you are not boiling in any frustration or any anger, you give that to everyone. Without having peace in here, I don't know if there is any way that you can express peace from your mouth, from your eyes. You can burn someone with your eyes, right? By looking at someone angrily. Like a good Bengali mother can just take the slipper to the hand and reset their son.
Yes.
Don't have to even throw it. There's that kind of discipline. But you can also do that with, I think the message that we got is that living the example of the teachings, not doing the easy thing. When you look at the underlying teachings of the Buddha, yadatitam pahinantam appattam chanagatam pachupannam chayandhamman tattva vipassati. That is the very vipassana that this Venerable was speaking about earlier. If you think about the past, you are thinking about it now. Isn't it the case? If you think about the future, you are thinking about it now. So all we have is this moment, right now. Whatever that arises, dependently arising, paticca samuppada, if you see it right there, not with your eyes open, but with your eyes closed, you start seeing the experience arising. But most people do not notice the experience ceasing also. This is what the Buddha discovered, that nothing stays permanently. It also ceases. Nirodha is a truth. Cessation is a truth. And that these things arise and cease, that's the truth. It's impermanent. But we tend to take everything personally. Somebody called me a donkey. Am I a donkey? Do I eat like a donkey? Do I run like a donkey? But that person only said it once, and you call it 3 times to yourself by repeating it in your mind. But instead, if you use vipassana, insight, tattva vipassati, if you start seeing that experience with your own wisdom eye, you have relief. You see the experience arising, you see the experience also ceasing, and there is no point in labeling it as yours. Because that's how you see the Dhamma and find that relief, freedom within yourself. Okay? So with that message, I also stop because Venerable monks have to go back to their temples and look after the businesses they have to look after. But I am very, very delighted to see the monks, to meet Bhante Priya after such a long time, and see this community. And thank you for inviting us and celebrating Buddha Purnima. Happy Buddha Purnima, everyone.